time for game picks. Max Kellerman, who's going to the Super Bowl?
The Jacksonville Jaguars are going to upset the New England Patriots at Foxborough. Let me tell you something. This Jacksonville team, which basically flipped their win-loss record in a year almost, this Jacksonville team is the real deal on defense. It's a once or twice a decade kind of defense. They are, it's them in Minnesota this year, but really when you look more deeply into it, it's Jacksonville. They have elite players on all three levels of the defense. And Stephen A. made this point the other day. They can bring pressure without bringing extra guys. And then their linebackers and their secondary can absolutely cover. They can pressure. They don't have to do anything fancy. They can just play straight up football and beat you on defense. And then Blake Bortles. Let me say something about Blake Bortles, who I think is a bad quarterback by starting NFL standards, right? I don't think he's good. But the question was last week, could he be good when he needed to be? And folks, he wasn't just good, he was excellent in the second half of that game. He was excellent. And he doesn't even need to be that good necessarily to beat the Patriots. He just has to avoid costly mistakes, and he has to complete a few passes down the field. But this Jacksonville defense, Stephen A., I was reading an article in the Ringer the other night, last night in fact, and there's some index, some metric by which they judge defenses, right? No other defense in the NFL this year was better than 100 by this metric, by these analytics. The Jacksonville Jaguars were better than 150. This is the best defense, according to that, since the Seahawks at their best. And as a Coughlin-led team, at least as the executive vice president of that team, you see his fingerprints all over it. The Giants were the team who twice upset the Patriots in the Super Bowl. This looks in certain ways like those kind of Coughlin teams, and I think it's going to get the job done at Foxborough against a compromised Brady and a less than awesome version of the Patriots.
Well, that's the laughable part of your argument, a compromised Brady. I'm not worried about Brady being compromised at all. As far as I'm concerned, out of respect for the Jacksonville Jaguars defense, how elite they are, how they can bring the rain, and we know that Tom Brady is going to have a relatively tough afternoon compared to some of the other defense that he's going against. As far as I'm concerned, Tom Brady's on vacation. I wouldn't give a damn if he's walking around with a sling in one arm, handing out pizzas in another for the entire week. The key for him is rest and relaxation. Chill out. Make sure you get massage, throwing a pedicure there. Make sure you got a la carte service everywhere you go. It doesn't matter. As long as this man is ready Sunday afternoon, which he will be, by the way. There's really no concern here. Tom Brady will be ready. So will the New England Patriots. You don't have Julian Edelman, so that's a problem. But you still got Amendola. You still got Gronk. You still got Cooks and the crew. And I look at the New England Patriots and I say to myself, if the Pittsburgh Steelers, high-powered offense that they are, but Big Ben, there's no Brady, can figure out a way to drop 35 on Jacksonville, I can see the Patriots dropping at least 24 on them. And as a result of the 24 points, now I've got to look on the offensive side of the ball and wonder what is Jacksonville's offense going to be able to do against the Patriots defense. It's not stout, it's not elite, but are they smarter, more productive, more efficient than the Pittsburgh Steelers? I believe when it counts, they absolutely are. They bend, but they don't break as much as the Steelers defense. This is not the Steelers that the Jacksonville Jaguars offense will be going against. So I look at New England and what they're going to be able to do offensively with at least 24 points. I think defensively, they'll be able to hold Blake Bortles and Leonard Fournette to less than that, because what you're going to do is stack the line of scrimmage and dare Blake Bortles to beat you. I do not believe he will do it. The Cinderella ride that he has been on has been very nice. If it was just about the Jacksonville Jaguars defense, I'd pick Jacksonville too. But last time I checked, that offense got to get on the field and ball for you. I believe in Leonard Fournette. I do not believe in Blake Bortles in an AFC championship game. No disrespect to him whatsoever. I just don't. I believe that the New England Patriots will win another AFC championship game, and they're going to the Super Bowl.
I would have